That was an awesome intro. Hello, everybody. We're here for another episode of Tickfaw Files. Thank you, Rowan, for that resub.
You're
On a
very welcome.
6-month streak. Holy cow. That's awesome. Total 7 months. Thank you very much. How would you like to use that subscription?
Let's do. I want. It's not quite a new month, is it? So I can't add that to what
Not
I.
quite. Do you want to save it and add it to that?
Let's just do. Let's give you guys a roll with advantage. I don't need it. You need it.
Okay.
And then next
All right.
month, I'm gonna tell you this in advance because I subscribe to Patreon for $15, right?
Yes,
I'm gonna do the swap
tier.
to players.
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
I don't know if you want to add that in now or later, but yes, it'll be great.
Okay. So with that, we're gonna do some player introductions. Let everybody introduce themselves. Then I'll explain what we were just talking about, which is viewer actions, ways that you can interact with the story. And then we'll jump into everything. So starting, I guess with myself, I'm Raven. I'm a tabletop RPG streamer, game designer. I do writing, editing, composite art, graphic art, a whole bunch of stuff. You can find out all about all of that on my Twitter, which is right below my face. Playing Dr. Tilda Jenkins, who is has a doctorate in what was it? Library and museum sciences, I believe. So she's sort of the expert on all things monster and occult from a academic standpoint for the party. And she's finally recovered from her quote-unquote alligator attack, which was actually an ogre, and is going to be able to really join the team this week, so I'm really excited. With that, I'll pass it on to Riley. Tell us a little bit about Jonas and yourself.
Hi, I'm Riley. Jonas is he's kind of a wanderer. He's ex-military, and he's just, I don't really know how to describe Jonas. He's a little flirtatious, he's confident, he's also awkward and lightweight, and he licked Mira. That's all that I can really say. I actually forgot he licked Mira, and I was like, oh my gosh.
How did you forget that? That was kind of a big thing.
So yeah, he licked Mira. And yeah, and then I am a knit and crochet designer. I can put a link to my design page, my design.
Cool. And Yasmin, tell us a little bit about Savoy / am I saying this right? Zahil?
Correct.
Okay, and yourself.
I am Yasmin. I'm a graphic illustrator. You can find my work on Twitter at @YTatianaArt. And I am playing Savoy, who is kind of the unofficial mayor of our small town, who's trying to spearhead the violent supernatural occurrences that are going on. But Savoy is also inhabited by a changeling whose name is Zahil, who is vying for control over Savoy's body and is a definite agent of chaos, the complete opposite of Savoy.
Awesome. And we've got Vanessa playing Mira. Tell us a little bit about Mira and yourself.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I am primarily a watercolor artist, and you can find my sketches and pencil doodles and all that good stuff over on my Twitter, which is @PepperoDraws, and that's Pepero like the candy. I'm the resident Canadian of the group, and I play Mira, who, as we learned last week, is actually a red cap fairy. So she's not a business lady at all. She's a vampiric fairy who has to survive on the blood of humans. So that's going to be interesting. But I'm super excited to get more into that side of her. So, yeah.
Awesome. And then last but not least, we've got Rowan.
Hello, I'm Rowan North. I'm a freelance illustrator and art educator, and I am the GM for this fabulous game. Let's talk about what happened last time. So last time, you guys found the goblins, and you found out some things from the goblins. You found out that they don't see their leader or whoever is leading them in the best light. They really do enjoy being around humans and kind of have put it upon themselves to be the bridging gap between humans and magical creatures as much as they can, as long as they're not bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Just to prove that they can. You found out that the goblins were hired by said leader to basically poke and prod at the ogre to make sure he stays mad, and that now he's kind of on a roll of perpetual being angry and destroying things in this new environment. You guys came up with a plan on how to deal with the ogre, and Savoy has ordered some things to allow to make this plan work. Remind me what exactly it was. You wanted tranquilizers? Was that
Tranquilizers. I ordered a gun that that shoots out a net. And we have several lengths of nylon rope.
Okay.
Before we jump too much into that, though, I do still need to talk about the viewer actions real quick.
Okay. Yes, please.
So the viewer actions, if you've been watching and wondering what the heck are all these guild coins and things that we're talking about, there's actually ways that the viewers can interact with the show and the game. You can actually affect the story yourself. One of those ways is through the tweet of the game, which you can find there. For every 5 interactions, that includes likes, retweets, and comments, a D4 goes to the GM and the cast. You can also use guild coins, which you'll find right below the Twitch chat box, little round rainbow looking icon. That'll let you do a number of really cool things as well, and you get those just for watching the show. If you want to support the channel monetarily, there's a lot of ways that you can do that with that little chart right there in the middle, via coffee.com/Raven or raven.rocks, or with subscriptions, bits, or Patreon, which you can find there. Most of those are pretty self-explanatory, but a couple of them that might not be are the switch, which allows one person to tell somebody else, hey, you need to change the action word in what you were just trying to do. And it can't be a direct synonym, so it can cause some pretty funny shenanigans. The borrowed success allows somebody to automatically succeed. However, they may lose a success later on based on some different rolls, so it's a little bit of a gamble there. And then, yeah, we do have a new one. At $15, you can swap 2 players for 5 minutes. Basically, the cast members would have to play each other's characters for 5 minutes, and that includes the GM, and you can choose which 2 players to swap. So that can be quite fun. Currently on the board, we've got, for the cast, 5d6 saved up. We just got 1 advantage thanks to Rowan's subscription, and the GM has 5d6 and 1 switch available. So with that, we'll jump into the game.
Fabulous. Are you ready to go then?
We are.
All right. Thank you guys so much. So, all right. Savoy, you have ordered all these things. They are going to take 2 days to get here, if I recall.
Right.
Jonas, you also ordered something.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So you know those little, what are they, like gag prank? Like you have a thing of gum and you pull the stick of gum out and it'll like give you a zap.
Yeah, or it's a mousetrap, one of those.
Yeah, or something like that. So Jonas ordered one of those, only in the form of cigarettes, and had it delivered and brought it over to Mira's house. Didn't do anything, just like left it on her doorstep with a note that said like, sorry I licked you, don't pull the cigarettes out, it'll zap you. and then just left that there. Didn't
I
even
guess
say who it was from. Just a note that said
it's
sorry.
very
I like
obvious
you.
who, though. So let's start from there. So Mira, I guess you open the door and find this package.
Right.
What's your reaction?
Mira reads through the note, and obviously the only person who has ever licked her is Jonas, so that's pretty obvious to her. She cannot possibly fathom why he would have given her a pack of cigarettes that zaps you. She doesn't smoke, first of all. So, I mean, she takes them. She doesn't put them on the step. She doesn't leave them there. She does take them inside, but she tosses them aside. Like, she doesn't know what the hell that's supposed to be for. So she just goes about her time. Doesn't give it much thought, really.
So it's like, what the fuck is this? All right, whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right. So if I recall, you have some questions for Lily. It's been like a couple days, and Lily, true to her word, has stayed put. For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
She gets kind of whiny about the fact that there isn't a lot of food in the fridge. It's like, all there is blood. I'm hungry.
It does occur to Mira that human children do need food, so she does eventually go to the grocery store and pick up some snacks, most of which are not healthy. She just kind of does an arm sweep of whatever fruits and candy, whatever you have you, into the shopping cart, brings those home, lots of Pop-Tarts, things like that. So she does provide some stuff.
Good. So we're well stocked. Good. Because Lily was getting real whiny.
Yeah,
She
Mira doesn't do well
hangry.
with whiny, so.
You may be teaching Lily some bad habits then.
So funny.
She has learned that if you whine, you get what you want. All right.
Mira's not here to win Mother of the Year award. That's fine.
All right. So, yeah, aside from that, the weird stuff that has been happening with Lily hasn't really happened as of late. You do occasionally find her talking to herself, but it seems that whatever was using her has settled down a little bit.
Right.
But you have questions of your own, I believe.
Yes. So, in the time that they kind of have to themselves before they set off on their little quest, Mira does approach Lily and kind of say, listen, I want to speak to the prince again.
Want to talk to the prince?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see if I can talk to him.
Sure.
She focuses really hard, and finally there is a noise. It's almost imperceptible, but there's like a whooshing of wind, and then you hear a faint voice, and it says, "Now, Mira, what can I do for you?" Seems
Mira
you haven't found my book yet.
Yeah. Mira kind of does like a little slow pace around the room, and just kind of says like, no, I haven't gotten hold of it yet, but we're kind of in the middle of something. So that kind of took the back burner for a minute.
Shame. I thought I would have it faster. But all is well. I trust you.
Mira's voice is a little bit tighter when she says, you could always come and get it yourself.
Alas, I don't exactly have the legs to do so currently.
Well, then maybe you should give me a little more time to figure things out.
He seems to catch like a little bit of your tone. It's like, is there a problem?
Well, just a little bit. You see, we did go and talk to the goblins.
Yes.
To figure out what was going on here. And they
a
did
cheerful
tell
little
us
lot
some...
is, aren't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't quite say that. But we did hear their side of the story. And I suppose a little bit of your hand in what's been going on here. So I just wanted to kind of touch base and ask you what the hell is going on here.
What did they say exactly?
Well, they did tell us that you're the reason that this ogre is so angry.
I mean, I thought that much would be obvious.
Well,
you know what's going on, right? The war?
Yes, but what I'm telling you is I don't take too kindly to using another creature in your little game. So I'm kind of wondering what the end game is. Why are you so hell-bent on getting this book back? What am I helping you with?
So many questions. All right. Well, I suppose I should explain myself a little. That it wasn't exactly lightly that I decided to use the ogre. But he, as you know, refused to help me. It's unfortunate that it had to come to such barbaric means.
Mira scoffs. She makes a noise of just pure derision. Like that doesn't fly with her.
Now, you don't seem to enjoy exactly how I'm wording it. Allow me to put it this way. I put that ogre in charge of one of my courts, and he turned traitorous. Unfortunately, I still needed him. This is his punishment.
She kind of pipes down a little bit at that. I guess the wording kind of soothed her a little bit. So she doesn't comment any further with her bad attitude.
He says, "It's quite unfortunate, really. After all, we were once friends. But I didn't want to exactly send anything too difficult when it came to dealing with humans."
Can I roll my monster empathy?
Sure.
Okay. Let me see. So I have a charm of 2. Okay. Great, I got snake eyes. That's a 4.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you
so
literally...
She doesn't ask jack shit. Originally, the role was to ask him, she wanted to ask him specifically what the book was for, because she kind of gets the sense that he's totally bullshitting. that was the intention, but I guess she's not getting shit.
Well, here's the thing: is that when making these moves, I still get to make a hard move if you fail. Correct?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. All it says is when you try to work out what a supernatural creature desires, roll plus charm. On a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold to ask the following questions, and it gives some questions. It didn't give any negative effects, but I suppose a failure is a failure, so that's totally up to yourself.
Typically with everything else, I get to make a hard move while you get some experience. So
okay, sounds good.
So there's a pause. He actually goes on to explain, like, it's like, alas, it's truly unfortunate. You know, I don't consider myself a barbarian. And besides, it's and then he stops and he's like, did you just try to use magic on me?
Mira plasters just the most sickly sweet smile on her face, and it's really ugly. And in a sweet little voice just says, of course not. Why would I do something like that? That's of course not.
Well, it actually has the opposite effect than what you expected. He chuckles and he says, I like your style. And all of a sudden you see like Lily turn her head, and then you realize that this disembodied voice is coming from Lily. This whole time. It was hard to notice before, but now it is. So he kind of tips his hand a little. He says, now, I will tell you what it is that I want. And what I want is to enjoy this. I don't necessarily have, hard feelings against the humans. In fact, it would be quite enjoyable to see what happens. I didn't exactly agree with other forces about how this war would be handled. All I know that it's happening regardless. I, for one, will enjoy seeing how exactly the humans handle things. If I wanted to destroy them all and destroy your home, Mira, I could, but I don't want to. You understand, right?
Mira doesn't look super impressed. She's not happy, to say the least.
No.
But all she really says is, listen, I don't care for playing games with the humans. I don't care for any of that extra, the hand flip. I don't care. What I care about is bringing us back to what is ours, and what's mine is right here. I'm exactly where I want to be. So, it would just be preferable if this whole place didn't get fucked up to high hell. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not intending to fuck it up to high hell. I mean, I'm supposed to rule here after all. No. And I'm not asking you to, I don't know, go beyond your means here. All I need is a little help finding things that I cannot get on my own.
If you want my help, you're going to stop using other magical creatures to get what you want. That's the term. That's the deal. If you expect me to help you, you will, give a little bit of leeway. I'm not going to sit by and watch you do what they did to us all those years ago. I'm not going to be part of it. So if you want my help, you will not use magical creatures against their own.
Oh my goodness. Mira, Mira, Mira. I promise that I will not do anything against their will from now on.
It seems like that's good enough for her for now. It's a start. So she backs off.
Now, unfortunately, I don't exactly have a lot of time. I understand you waiting and, finding the opportune moment to take my book. But I need it. Just deliver it to Lily. She'll know what to do with it.
Mira kind of laughs and she says, "You're putting an awful lot in the hands of a human child, but I'll see what I can do."
Thank you. And with that, Lily just kind of blinks and like, I don't think he was super happy.
Mira mutters something under her breath that is not exactly child-friendly, but she leaves the room, and when she comes back, she tosses Lily some Pop-Tarts. And
You're not mad at...
Here you go, kid.
You're not mad at me, are you? I didn't do anything wrong, did I?
Mira, sighs, and she says, "No, of course not. You haven't done anything."
Okay. So, she goes to happily munching the Pop-Tarts. With that, is there anything else you guys want to do kind of in the break time in between now and when you face down the ogre?
Yeah.
Savoy works out a lot.
Huh?
Savoy works out a lot.
Getting in peak physical shape for your showdown with the ogre. Punch it right back this time. Cause it 3 harm yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that beast down.
Where is Savoy working out?
In Savoy's personal gym in the house.
Okay. Guess Jonas wouldn't just
Savoy
casually run into
also
them.
for anybody that is visiting the house or working with any of the equipment or familiarizing themselves, Savoy does have meals provided for everybody, including Dr. Tilda.
Yeah,
some
Tilda's
form of
kind of stuck in bed
alcohol.
still, ain't she?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure how healing works in Monster of the Week, but I imagine it's been a couple days.
Yeah, so, I mean, it'll be a couple days by the time the thing happens. So basically...
speaking of, should we, reset the harm then?
Yes, go ahead and reset your harm. You have now rested. I assume, you'll still have, an arm broken or something until our next monster, but you will be able to move and join the party and things like that. So you're still a little rough, but your health has been kind of reset.
Okay.
Because you're human. It's not like you're just saying "Pop, I'm Batman. I'm all good now."
True. Then Tilda's probably just working on her laptop. Possibly watching Savoy work out as well. A little bit.
So you wander around a little bit, but for the most part you're just saving your energy and doing work.
Tilda's trying to move around as much as she can because she doesn't want to be cooped up or stuck in bed.
Right.
And I'm assuming there's nothing else that I can research to help us out here.
I mean, what does your playbook say about your thing?
Well, I can do preparedness, so when you need something unusual or rare, I can roll to have it. Or if I'm researching something, I can use my lore library to get a +1 towards investigate a mystery.
Yeah, I don't think that one applies, but the preparedness might be useful.
Do I know what item we need to best combat this ogre?
Well, you have stores of like supernatural kind of things, correct?
Presumably yes.
So
at least access to them. If not in her own
yes.
personal stash, she can make a call and get it.
So, I mean, it's a trick trying to figure out like where the ogre's gonna be specifically. So, if you have something perhaps to track magic, that would be nice.
Something, what was it?
To track magic, like magical items, magical. Yes.
Sure, I could roll
so, like,
for
here,
that.
let me use this pendulum. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. We'll see if I get it. If I get it, I will. I have an idea for what it should be.
Okay.
So I roll plus sharp, which is great because I've got a +2. And I'm gonna use a D6.
Probably a good idea.
Cause fuck these bad rolls.
F that.
10, yes. So with a 10 plus, I have it right here now. So I find in my bag the how to describe this. It is a mummified onion of magic tracking. And so...
Excuse me?
So the onion opens up slowly as you get closer to a magical creature. We'll just calibrate it to the ogre.
Oh my
and
god.
then specific little pieces of it will peel down and point the direction you need to go.
So almost more like a flower, except it's an onion because it's a fucking ogre.
Exactly.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
The further away you get from it, the tighter it closes, and the closer you get to it, it opens up. And then, yeah, one specific little piece of it will point the direction you need to go.
Alex says it's a blooming onion.
It's a blooming onion. That is exactly right. It was mummified and blessed.
It deep fried? It looks like it's deep fried, doesn't it?
Probably looks like that, but it's actually just mummified. It was mummified and blessed by a voodoo priest.
Oh gosh.
Who the hell? All right. You got the roll. So this absolutely disgusting onion thing.
Yep. On the plus side, the whole room smells like Funyuns.
Yes.
Fuck that. I imagine just being in its presence, Raven IRL would have an allergic reaction. Anyways,
that sounds fun.
Possibly. I am allergic to onions. Fun trivia. Raw onion specifically. If it's cooked to death, it's fine.
I know, it makes me mad because it means I don't use onions a lot in my cooking, and I used to use onions a lot, so.
Now I know how to kill you.
It's true.
Wait. What?
God, Raven.
All right. So, with all that said, does Jonas do anything?
So, would Savoy have made like an open invitation over the past 2 days for like people to filter in and out, or was it kind of like a, okay, I'll see you in 2 days?
It was I'm allowing you to come and go as you please, but if I look busy, don't bother me kind of invitation.
Okay.
Like, my resources are your resources, but my time is not your resource.
So Jonas would come like one of the days and like ask the butler like, "Hey, is there like a basketball court in here?"
The butler would be like, "Why, of course there is, Master Jonas. Would you like me to take you to it and show you where our equipment is?"
Whoa. Yeah, I did. Yeah, totally.
So it's not directly attached to the house, but you walk through like a small greenhouse atrium pathway where it's like glass and then plants and then more glass. And it walks you to this separate building, and in it is this massive basketball court. And the butler unlocks the door for you and shows you where all the equipment is. Where it's not just basketballs, but it's like volleyballs and tennis and golf equipment, whatever you can think of, it's probably there.
Oh my gosh, does Savoy do all these things?
Oh, of course not. But occasionally, the Bilious family does have guests that are sports inclined.
Okay.
Sports inclined. They're rich people, so they of course have everything. Amazing.
I have been to a house like this. Savoy's house is inspired by a real place in Utah.
Dude, so short story. I know I'm the GM and I shouldn't be the one who takes us on tangents, but I used to have a friend of the family who would house sit one of those freaking houses, right? With like the tennis ball court and everything. And she did it for a few years. And so every 4th of July for a couple years, we would go there. And it's wild. All right.
It's rich people
So-
blow my mind.
Seriously. So Jonas, you have now access to this gym thing. And all the sport you want.
So Jonas is going to send Savoy a text and say, "Hey, I mean, I know you're busy, but just wanted to let you know I'm in your house, not in your house, but I'm on your property and I'm playing basketball if you want to play. Okay, bye."
I'm
3
in your
minutes
house
later-
playing your basketballs.
3 minutes later, Jonas receives a text that just says, "Okay." And an hour after that, Savoy shows up.
Now, question here is that okay or just K? Because that sends two totally different messages.
It's
It
true.
would probably be just K.
So
Knowing
when
Savoy.
Jonas gets the text, he's just gonna shrug his shoulders and start playing. And then, so by the time Savoy's there, Jonas is shirtless and just like sweating.
Savoy walks in wearing dress slacks and a tank top tucked into the dress slacks. With hands on their hips going. And just stands there until Jonas notices them.
Assuming Savoy or Tilda was around Savoy when they left, if it's okay with Yasmin, I think Tilda would probably be following a bit like a puppy.
100% okay.
Okay.
Savoy would just kind of give you like that look, like the classic Savoy look, and then just let it go. So they'd both be standing there, essentially. Savoy would pull a chair out for Tilda.
Thanks. Why is his shirt off?
Because it's hot, Doc.
It is the South.
It feels okay to me, but okay.
Not all of us were born here, jerk. No.
So Jonas is gonna kind of like jog over and be like, "Oh hey, hey Doc, hey Savoy. Savoy, are you gonna play? Are you playing in both? You're playing in slacks? Are you gonna play Doc? And then Jonas looks at Tilda's arm and is like,
I'll play.
Dr.
Tilda
Tilda,
just
I
like-
think it's
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's in your best interest that you watch.
Well, if you decide to play a horse, then I'll play, but otherwise I'll sit here.
we can play horse. You want to play horse?
I don't know what this. Do you ride each other?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
There's a loaded comment. Come on, Jonas, fuck this one up. Let's go. I feel it in my bones.
Oh god. Tilda just gives Savoy this look like side-eye, you've never heard of a horse sort of look, but just goes, no, you don't. That's a different type of game, but for basketball, and you play horse. Yeah. For basketball, a horse is you just take turns making different shots, and then your opponents have to match that shot. And if they don't, then they get a letter, and then it spells horse, and then they lose.
I suppose we could play that. That doesn't sound too vigorous. Unless it's too vigorous, and then you're going to strain your ribs, and we can't have that.
Okay.
Strain your ribs.
It's strenuous activity, and the doctor did say no strenuous activity.
I'm getting stir crazy though. Fine, I'll be good.
But I will attempt to play basketball with you, Jonas.
Okay.
So
Just also
Excellent.
keep in mind, Savoy's also still in dress shoes, so it's like the click a clack, click a clack.
oh my god.
Are you gonna change or just? I mean, this is fine. It's
Should I change?
probably.
Then I will leave you two for a moment and will return.
Okay.
I assume the attire you are wearing is appropriate.
Yes.
And Savoy leaves.
Now, before we get back to this beautiful scene, Mira, I should add that yes, they said that there's an open invitation to the house. So if you do decide to look for the book, that is open. Or maybe you're just being salty. Either way.
Mira stays away as much as possible. She probably shows up a little early, closer to the time that they have agreed to meet up to start the quest. But yeah, I would say maybe she comes in maybe like the day after they've all skedaddled. So like the day before the time's up.
So I'd say that you come the same time Jonas and everyone are playing basketball. So
I don't think I
that
have to tell you
means-
that Mira's not going to play basketball.
No. What I'm saying is that the books are unattended.
Well, that's good because Mira doesn't play basketball. I don't think she knows what basketball is. If Mira is anything like me, then she's a snoop. Yes, she goes looking for the
yes.
book.
So, Savoy, is there like a locker room in there, or do you have to head back to the house to change?
I have to head back to the house to change because the only time that room sees any activity is when there are guests.
Fabulous. So, Mira, you're at the
Mhm.
house, and Savoy, I imagine your butler is like tells Mira where everything is. If you want to take that.
Yep. So the butler would be there to greet Mira and would very formally, Miss Mira, it's a pleasure to see you again. You are welcome to any of the food, the refreshments, or any of the faculties here that the Bilius family has to offer. Can I direct you into an area?
I mean, the butler probably says that everyone's in the court
Yeah, that too.
back. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm catching ya.
Would Mira know, like, is there any library? Like, is there a specific place that maybe she would have seen Tilda put her stuff, like in maybe her room? When
The
she was
room,
there?
yes.
Tilda's
yeah.
belongings were delicately secured in her room.
Yeah.
Okay, so would that have been the room that they all went to last time? So that Mira knows where it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So she
think,
just says, "Okay."
I was gonna say, I think Tilla only has her laptop with her at the moment, so the book's probably in a little case or something somewhere in the room.
Okay.
Mhm.
So in that case, Mira just says, "No, thank you. I'll find my own way."
The
Fabulous.
butler just nods and lets her leave. None the wiser.
So, about the time, Mira, that you are heading upstairs, Savoy enters the house. So, I'm trying to think if there's, roll Mira to act under pressure. That one is cool, I think.
Alrighty, let me double check. I think my cool is 0.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah. It is 0. Let's see what we get. That's a 7.
7, mixed success. Would you like to take it to a not full success, but do you want to use the 46, the advantage roll?
May I use a d6?
You can.
Okay. What did I just say? I had 7, was it?
Yes.
That brings it up to a 10.
All right, that's a full success. So you see Savoy come into the house, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And you do the whole duck thing, and I can't imagine Mira going, "Oh shit!" But you know. And you manage to sneak by Savoy. You're none the wiser.
Savoy just
Sweet.
heads up to their room, which is upstairs at the end of the hall from where Tilda's room is.
Mira hangs out.
So yeah, you're seeing.
Mira hangs out to see if Savoy comes back down and leaves.
Savoy does come back downstairs, now dressed in men's shorts and a tank top.
Very nice. And you're none the wiser.
And the wiser still just walks back out.
Sweet. Once she is sure that Savoy is gone, she makes her way upstairs to where Tilda's room is.
Tilda's books, particularly the more delicate ones, are the ones that she would have noted, have been placed in whatever machination Tilda thought was appropriate for them.
It's probably in just like a humidor. So it'd be a wooden case with probably a glass top. Probably locked, but not with like a super high-tech lock or anything like that. It's probably just like
Just like a little...
like a briefcase. Yeah, like a briefcase combination lock. So you have to put the right combination in, and then the little latch will flip open.
So you're keeping the spellbook there, correct?
Yeah, the spellbook and probably a couple of the other older, more delicate texts.
Okay, fabulous. All right. So, and that's just somewhere in the room, like under the bed, or?
Oh, it's probably like on the dresser or somewhere like that. Not particularly hidden.
All right, so you don't even have to roll anything because it's right there.
Mm-hmm. And I don't recall, has Mira actually seen the proper spell book? Like, would she have recognized it in with that stuff?
They were talking about it. So you know it's there, but I don't think you saw it. However, it does have a magical kind of aura about it.
Yes, okay. She goes over and kind of tinkers with it a little bit, kind of puts her hands on it, tries to see if it's left open. When she sees that it does have a combination code, she kind of looks at it for a second, like knocks on the top of it. Maybe there's some secret knock code that she can do. But she kind of puts her hands on her hips for a second and just looks at it. You figure she would be able to maybe magic it open? Could she magically strong arm it?
Absolutely. Roll for magic.
What am I rolling for that?
Plus weird.
Weird. Aha. Gotcha.
That's weird.
So I got a 9 and a 3, so that's 12.
Wow! Oh, damn! That thing, basically, you use magic, it manages to spin the combination lock to the right one, just with like this magic, and it goes. It opens.
Excellent. She pops that open and goes through the contents until she finds the book that's giving off that aura, and she removes it from the case. But what she does before closing it again is she grabs another book, assuming, I don't know, does Savoy have like just bookshelves of regular books in these rooms? Like what kind of option would she have in terms of book?
The room is completely furnished with books, both Savoy's family's books and the books that they brought for Tilda.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
So
Tilda would have a ton of books in there regardless.
Yeah, okay. Mira finds one that is kind of the same size and approximate weight, and puts it back in between the rest of the stuff where that book should be. She doesn't bother glamoring it, just because she figures it's probably hidden enough among the other things, and the size of it is enough to kind of keep everything the way it was. So just as long as she puts the stuff back on top of it, it shouldn't be like immediately noticeable, she's hoping. So she closes that and kind of spins the lock again and locks that back up and tucks the book under her arm.
Fabulous. You have gotten the book. Do you look at the book more closely?
Not yet. She is more concerned with making it out of there undetected. So she goes back to the door and listens very carefully. If she doesn't hear anything, she kind of peeks out first, does a little survey, makes sure that there's nobody there.
The only thing that she would hear is the servants that know that, like, that are just told not to bother you guys.
Cool. All right, so would the butler stop Mira before she goes? Does she have to deal with
the butler would just kind of nod and kind of take an assessment and let her go, like not realizing that she's making off with an invaluable item.
Yeah, she
Fabulous.
Composure is very like that mask has gone back into place, very nonchalant, very I don't care. And it just seems like she's supposed to have the book. That's her book. She just walks out.
Fabulous.
They would let her go. They would not think anything of it.
Amazing. Let's go back to the basketball bros.
Basketball bros.
This is our life now.
It's turned into a sports anime.
All right.
So how does that all go? Wildcats? That's you guys now.
Wildcats. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's a callback. That is a real.
Raise your
fucking
hands
callback.
up in the air.
Oh God. Oh no.
That's the way we
Oh God,
do it.
my
Let's get to
childhood.
it.
And no.
Anyway, suddenly Jonas is turned into Troy Bolton.
I am
Oh,
so
no.
lost right now.
We're talking about High School fucking
Raven.
musical.
Oh yeah, the show that
Parts of the game,
I've
but
managed
parts of the
to
song.
completely repress from my memory. That's
See,
great.
I
So did the rest of
never
us.
watched it, but I was an extra on the set.
Oh damn.
Oh my god. You're
That's
basically
cool.
a star. Can I have your autograph?
I don't even think the
Um,
images that I was in even made it to the final film.
Aw.
Well,
But you
I
know
mean,
what?
I'm
You
really
were
good friends
there.
with the person. I'm really good friends with the person that did Zac Efron's makeup. So I mean,
Aw,
She says
little
that
young,
he
little
was
young Simon
extremely-
Tam.
yeah, she said that he was extremely self-conscious and things like that,
Oh.
and never thought he was enough. But every single makeup person on that set thought he was super damn hot. So didn't matter if they were all older ladies.
And all the ones off the set.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Troy Bolton, take it away. How's the sports?
The sports is good. Okay, so while Savoy was getting dressed, Jonas would have
Engaged in a friendly game of horse with Tilda.
Okay. What do we need to roll for see how well one does in horse?
Kick some ass.
So
Roll
tough.
Yeah, rolls to kick some ass. You're kicking each other's asses.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a 6.
10.
boy, I really would have figured Tilda would kick Jones's ass in this.
Well, we're rolling tough, which I have a 0. So
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So you got a 6. What did you get, Jonas?
10.
10, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Savoy, what did you get?
Well, Savoy.
Savoy's not there
playing
yet.
horse.
Savoy's
Savoy's
okay.
about to walk in.
All right, so you guys do a couple rounds before Savoy gets there. Jonas, you kick Tilda's ass very thoroughly. Tilda, you string yourself a bit hard and your ribs start to ache.
God,
Okay.
Jonas can't even let the injured one get a leg up on a game of horse.
Yeah,
Jonas
so
would not
so you
want
hear
to
you hear
insult the doctor like that.
yeah. So you hear like things kind of like crack a little bit, like, and you're like, oh, that's not good. I'm. So
Okay.
you probably it's probably smart for you to sit out for the next ones.
Okay.
Are you okay, Doc? Are you okay?
I'm fine. It was just attacked by an ogre, and then, no big deal.
Funny.
You're funny. Very nice. Then Savoy, you come back.
Yep, Savoy gets there, and Savoy's like, it's been
It's
One
a
been
very long time since I have played this game. Let's get to it.
All right. So, are we gonna do a half court 1-on-1, or are we gonna play horse, or?
Let's do half court.
Okay.
And I assume the point goes to the one that makes it into the hoop, right?
Yes.
Would you like me to roll my tough?
yes. Roll and kick some ass, both of you.
Ah, no, dice.
I have
Did you just put them away?
I have a question because I just had a really funny idea.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
now that Tilda knows all this magic stuff is real, can she look up some sort of spell that might be like a good luck for Savoy and bad luck for Jonas? Like some sort of voodoo
Do
thing?
you have a move for that?
A move?
Oh,
I
Savoy
don't have
is
like
all higher anyways.
a magic move, but
Well, may I
so-
suggest that when you level up next, that you take something from another playbook, either magic or I would suggest Jinx from the Spookies handbook.
okay.
So you start researching. You get this idea. This is what I'll say. You get this
Okay.
idea about using magic, and you pull up your laptop and you start researching there. But you're not capable of doing anything at this point.
Okay.
You do not have that capacity. However, that idea has crossed your mind.
Okay.
I will even if you don't have the option to say take something from another playbook, you now have that option of you can take something magic oriented from another playbook. That's what I'll give you.
Okay. Yeah, everybody does have that option when leveling
Okay.
up, but
That's what I figured, but
good to know.
all right. So Savoy got 9, what Jonas got 8. So you guys are both fairly evenly matched. You both got a mixed success. I wouldn't say that this is so boy ran higher. I mean, got like one higher. It's both of you got mixed success. So yeah, you're fairly evenly matched. It's a good game. You end up pretty much tying.
Savoy would definitely get competitive. Like you'd kind of see like more activity from Savoy than you've ever seen. Is like Savoy's like dashing across the court for you to like spook you out of your ball.
Spook you out of your balls. That sounds very painful.
And would like not even think twice about like shoving a shoulder into you, like to kind of like hype or whatever, get you like put you off center. And I mean, Savoy's martial arts trained, but Savoy has absolutely no experience. So when they get the ball, they're like dribble, 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 dribble.
What do I do?
Like awkward, like trying to like get it to work.
Now, Jonas, this is a lot of physical contact. Be still your heart.
Be still my other things. Just kidding.
Oh god. I can't
This
believe
is
you
not
right
that
now.
kind of stream.
I can't believe you've
So
done
sorry.
this. No, this is like a PG-13 stream. It's fine.
You're gonna slam our ratings. It's fine.
Anyways,
Alex said I hope Jonas is
just
wearing
having
baggy
fun
shorts.
with like this healthy competition. Just happy to be doing something.
Sorry. Proceed.
Oh gosh, Alex. Anyways, moving on. So at the end, after the game's over, Jonas is like, "Oh, that was good. Thanks. That was fun," and just kind of pulls Savoy in for like a friendly side hug as they walk towards Tilda, just kind of like a friendly, good game hug.
Friendly.
Savoy gives like an awkward shoulder pat, pat, pat.
Yeah, Tilda
Why
does
are-
like the awkward side hug, like you're sweaty.
Why is
To
everybody
to
such a
Jonas.
train wreck?
I ask myself that every
Sorry,
day.
I'm sorry.
Just one
Jonas,
huge train wreck that I can't look away from.
Jonas goes and he picks up his shirt and he starts dabbing sweat off of himself and just puts his shirt on.
The locker room does have showers.
Devin Sweat.
And there's 2 spare bathrooms upstairs if you would like to use them.
Awesome. Do you have clothes? Like extra clothes?
Yes.
Do you have clothes?
And Savoy kind of sizes Jonas up and says, yes, I do.
How long at this point have they been playing?
I'd say it's been a good like 30, 40 minutes. So you are out of there. You are home free, Mira.
Is it long enough for Mira to go home and back, do you think?
I'd say
Her thought process is have to be back at the house for very long, but she'd like to be there at least a little while, because if they come in and the butler says, oh yeah, Mira was here, and then suddenly the book turns up missing and she's gone, she's like, well, that's not going to bode well. So she figures if maybe even she can get back for literally 30 seconds before they come in, and he says, oh, Mira was here, then she will still be on the premises.
okay. Interesting. That's a good question. How far away? Well, one, how far away is the Bellius Banner from the main town? Savoy.
Probably like 10 minutes. It's not very far, but it's far enough that townsfolk aren't going to just walk over there.
So, and Mira, your home is kind of in the woods, I assume in the opposite direction. So it'd be about 20 minutes-ish. So you would have just barely gotten back, I guess.
She gets home, she hides that sucker, and she's gone again. Like, she wants to make it back. And she gives Lily more Pop-Tarts.
I love that.
Yes,
Stop in, feed the
hamster.
dog, you know.
Fabulous.
Pat on the head, be a good girl. Here's some Pop-Tarts. And some water.
I love
Like,
it.
leaves a little water bowl out for her like a dog.
All right. So Mira, you get back just as they're finishing, like just as they're walking back.
I would like to note that Savoy definitely does have their cigarettes on them and is smoking on their way back to the house.
Mira has the Zappy cigarettes with her.
That's an amazing thing.
She's got like a little purse
Okay,
with her.
we need a reaction gif of that, please. Community, hive mind, Michael,
That would be
whoever,
amazing.
of just Riley's face of doing this. That was so good.
Oh, it's so fantastic.
All right. So
Say that
Jonas
again.
is what?
Jonas is
You got really quiet. I can't hear you again.
Somehow you're even quieter.
Somehow.
No, not at all.
No.
I can't even hear you.
Just mime what you mean.
So I guess with that, we should probably take our break while Riley figures out her stuff.
Is it working
Uh,
now?
It is.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what happened because it was working fine 1 second. Okay. My life. Is it still working?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no.
The timing. It's not working again.
No.
So nope, still not working. All right, let's take a break, you guys. 5-ish minutes to figure out what the crap's going on with Riley. But I would say, Savoy, before we hit break, Savoy, as you head back to the house and stuff, and you see Mira approaching as well, your butler actually comes up and says your package has arrived.
Excellent.
A little bit ahead of schedule.
Have it brought into the parlor.
Fabulous. So he does. He goes and to retrieve it. And with that, we will hit break. Thank you guys
Alright,
so
we'll be
much. We'll be
back.
back soon.
About 5 to
Riley,
10
I'm
minutes.
sorry, your headphones aren't working.
Really?
And we're back.
All right. So you are all conveniently right here. Conveniently.
That's not worrisome.
That's not. Hold on. I was wondering if it was just my screen that it wasn't the back. Okay, now we're actually back. Okay. So you're all here, conveniently. And the butler just said that the packages have arrived. So Jonas, I assume you go shower, you get cleaned up and everything.
So we
and
would
then-
go rinse off.
Everybody
Oh,
said
yeah,
everything
so
at
What
one
are
time.
you
there.
wearing?
Yeah, Savoy, what am I wearing?
Savoy would provide you with as close to what you wear, which would be another pair of gym shorts and a t-shirt.
Except they're both neon pink.
Yes.
Hey, Jonas is good for them. Jonas is good for it.
Yep.
And they're designer.
They are definitely designer and they smell like Savoy.
Uh-oh.
Listen, we don't want to get so riled up over here, okay?
But yeah,
Oh.
so it's probably the most expensive pair of clothes that you've ever worn in your life, Jonas.
And they're so soft.
Yes. So you're wearing like
But most importantly, they smell like Savoy. Just keep that in
a
mind.
couple $100, sweatsuit over here. Anyways.
But the important thing is they smell like Savoy.
I know.
We've got to hear that. They smell like Savoy.
I think Tilda's probably gonna go back to her room, pop a couple of Advil, and
Oh, poor Tilda.
probably change into, I don't know, like what I'm wearing, a sweater dress type thing with leggings.
Nice. All right. So, and I guess Mira, they catch you as you enter the house too, or they're like, "Oh, hey, Mira, great timing."
I would assume that Mira had made it into the house though by that time.
Sure. Why not?
So she's just kind of hanging out.
There.
Yeah. And Savoy would be like, "Oh, Mira, you're just in time. It's good to see you. Our package has arrived."
Mira would just nod.
And Savoy would stub their cigarette out on like $1,000 vase.
Amazing.
That
Just
hurt.
Drop the
incredible.
cigarette butt in there.
Amazing. It's like one of those blue ones from China.
Yep, with like the fine filigree hand painting up the side and all that jazz.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Savoy would lead the way.
So you all meet at the table. The butler and the servants have put stuff there. Everyone gets their shit together and comes down. Jonas looks like a clown in, hot pink, but hey.
Savoy would be dressed in black again, looking sharp. The boxes that would come, they'd be pretty big, and they would have been shipped in military boxes. So everything's easy to open. Once the locks have been disengaged and all of their gear is pulled out, Savoy inventories everything and takes note and then spreads everything out. So everybody has a little bit of everything, which includes tranquilizer gun, tranquilizer darts with elephant tranquilizers in them, and precursor. Please don't point these at anybody. Please.
If you point one at me, I will shoot you.
Mira's just got everything towards her. Try to lick her now.
Amazing.
I feel that it's pertinent to also go over gun safety with you all.
So I missed it. Mira was doing what with it now?
Pointing it subtly at
everything-
Jonas.
Yeah, everything is pointed subtly in Jonas's direction.
Oh, okay. Tilda's fine with that. Just don't point it
Beautiful.
at her.
So Savoy would go through gun safety with everybody, show where the safety is on the tranquilizer guns, how to load the darts, how not to break the darts, where the sights are, how to aim, how to pull everything, like how to pull the darts out, all of that, the basics essentially. Gun safety, don't point at friendlies. Keep your gun pointed down at the ground until you're ready to fire. Don't fucking fire on your friends. And then would do the
Correct.
same for the net launchers that Savoy also picked up.
Okay.
Savoy
Very
would
nice.
also deposit the same communication devices for everybody, so that everybody could quietly communicate with each other. And Savoy would have like body armor for everybody, and Savoy would attach a camera to their own body armor.
Okay. Tilda's
Very nice.
just listening intently and being a very good pupil at the moment.
And that about wraps it up. This came early today. We could go get our plan started now.
Tilda, are you gonna bring up your bloomin' onion?
Yes. So Tilda will pull that out of her bag. So, I found something that might be helpful now that I know that this actually works and it's not just some sort of artifact. So it's a little odd, but so is everything else that's happening. So this is a mummified onion. But what it does is you can see that it's closed. If we get closer to the magical creature we're looking for, it will open. And if we get close enough, one of the little pieces of the onion will come out like a compass pointer and tell us which direction to go. And side benefit, it smells like Funyuns.
Savoy would give your little device like a snub nose. Like, I don't trust your voodoo magic next to my state-of-the-art electronics.
Tilda
But can
just
your
looks at
electronics smell like Funyuns?
Tilda just looks at Savoy with an expression that's like, why not both?
I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying. I don't know if I trust it.
Tilda doesn't say anything. She just gives that look like, why not both? Expression. It's just like, okay.
I think the less time that we spend waiting, the better off we are. Does everybody else have what they need? We can reconvene here in an hour and be prepared.
I think I've got everything that I need.
Does anybody else need firearms?
I suddenly had the image of Mira using her glamour, going like this and just setting her arms on fire.
I had the exact same image, but with Jonas.
Dude,
Oh my god.
Mira started it. Jonas would join.
Oh no. Mira
I
does
was
not use-
picturing 5-year-old Jonas going like, I've got firearms.
Jonas wouldn't make, like, he'd have more control over it. He would also be smart and not light it in the house.
I
He
find
would.
that hard to believe.
Right. You know.
If you wanted to show off, yeah. Because I don't
But
know. People don't know you have magic yet, right?
Savoy does.
Okay.
Yeah, Savoy's seen it. Savoy has not asked any questions, though.
Yeah. which is funny, but makes sense.
All right. So everyone, I think, has everything they need, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Are we
All right.
still glamoring Jonas?
Into
To
the
look
kid.
like a kid, yes, or a goblin, or whatever you were deciding.
A small child, I believe, is what we decided last time. So Jonas gets to look like 5-year-old Jonas. A blast from the future.
All right. So is it? Well, Mira was the one who said she would do it. Well, but she never said she would do it.
Yeah, she cooperates.
Okay. Go ahead and roll magic. That's plus weird. Yes.
Let's see what we.
That's a 12.
Nice.
Hot damn! It's so convincing, you guys. Jonas, for a second, you're like, "Why am I smaller?" Oh wait.
So Savoy clears their voice and says, I think it's pertinent that we all pile in to a vehicle and we start the search immediately. Now that we've got the glamour down. What?
Do you have some sort of armored vehicle, perhaps?
I don't have an armored vehicle, but I have an all-terrain Jeep.
That's amazing. That I approve of that. I just suddenly imagined you hiring Garda as well, like the people who deliver money back and forth from the bank.
I could wrangle one of those, but it would take another day or two.
Yeah, no. Let's do the all-terrain Jeep.
So, Savoy walks everybody and their gear to a garage full of cars, like
Oh my god.
vintage Mustangs, classic old muscle American cars, European speedsters. Like, you definitely get the impression that Savoy enjoys going very fast. But at the end of the lot is this very nicely clean, few dents, all-terrain Jeep, painted cherry red.
I like your car collection, Savoy.
A cherry red Jeep.
Cherry red Jeep.
Amazing.
Guess what its name is?
It's got a name.
It does have a name. Savoy affectionately calls the Jeep Cherry Bomb.
Oh my god!
I love it.
My other guess was like cherry popper, but you know.
Nope, like the song Cherry Bomb.
Cherry bomb. Nice. Excellent.
So Savoy loads all of their equipment into the back of the Jeep. There should be enough seats for everyone. Go on.
Yes. So Tilda, I assume like you can use this onion. I would say probably use magic maybe to use the onion properly. Either that or investigate a mystery.
Okay. It'll be sharp. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And that. 13.
Boop. Wow. Okay, yeah, no. You absolutely know how this is supposed to work. You've done all the research on it. You looked up kind of like your logs. You logged the conversation you had with the voodoo lady who sold it to you. And so you remember exactly how it works, that that you have this whole chant you have to do that goes along the lines of something like ogres have layers or something like that. Not like a parfait. Alex says cherry popper is the name of the convertible.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes, it is. It would be. That's what Savoy goes to pick up the ambiguous gender that Savoy is into.
Amazing.
So, Tilda, after getting the onion to work correctly, just kind of goes shotgun and hops in the passenger seat and has it like on the dash.
Mira looks like she wants to kill Tilda. Because that means she's gonna have her backseat with Jonas.
So Mira looks normal then, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jonas
Amazing.
stiffens. Oh, just a little bit. Not a ton, but he stiffens slightly when he realizes, oh crap, Mira and I are going to be in the back seat together.
Savoy
Amazing.
just says, and no funny business, gets in the car, lights a cigarette, opens up the garage doors, and when everybody is safely buckled in, peels out.
Like, wow, all right, gotta go
Like,
fast.
The wheels till off the ground, peels out.
It's like a cartoon. Amazing. So, yeah. Luckily, because of Tilda's amazing role, y'all don't have too much of a hard time tracking this ogre. As you guys, let's pan the camera a little bit. Kyle has actually been looking into the fact that a lot of these trees have been destroyed around his properties. If you guys recall, Kyle is the man who owns a lot of the Airbnbs in the area.
Took me a sec to remember who that was. I was like, who the hell is Kyle?
Yes.
I remember now.
It seems that a lot of these destructions seem to happen near his property, and even recently, one of his properties altogether seemed to have gotten smashed in. So he is investigating around the area, kind of in the deeper woods near Springfield. Unlit cherry bomb in their pocket. That sounds like something Jonas would have. Anyways, so Jonas, you now have an unlit cherry bomb in your pocket.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, goodness.
So, he's pursuing around when all of a sudden he hears a crack and a crash behind him. He turns around, squinting into the woods just as this ogre comes. That's about the time you guys get there. Kyle has stumbled back into the mud as this enraged ogre is falling upon him. What do you do?
I need a little bit of information real quick.
Yes.
Where is the nearest clearing where the trees are sparser? Savoy would have had maps where all across the area
there is definitely a path.
would be.
Basically, you have.
Go on.
Okay. Sorry, there was a delay in the recording for some reason. So there is a path to the Airbnb, and I say it kind of opens up into a wider like trail area. That's the nearest clearing. Is the trail that leads kind of up to the house and this kind of dirt road in front of it.
Savoy would pull up as close to Kyle as possible. Says, Jonas, get out of the car and see if you can catch the ogre's attention. Kyle, get off your ass and get in the car.
You don't have to tell him twice. He like clambers in there, like almost like falling over Mira to get in.
Jonas hops out just a little bit too casually for the situation, but not like slowly. He just kind of like, okay, and just hops out and like, ogre.
Let's do this real fast. Savoy, roll to act under pressure.
I'm a terrible
What?
leader. Oh God!
Oh no!
Oof.
So, unfortunately, God, that's the worst.
Did I
Would
get
you
hit by
like-
the car?
No! I'm cruel, but not that cruel. Jesus. So, would you like to add anything to that roll, or are you accepting it?
Can I add a D6?
Yeah,
That
it
will
could potentially.
Potentially put it up to a mixed success. That's as high as you can go, or you can roll with advantage. But that means I get to play a hard move on you later.
Dang it! Can I roll with
Um,
advantage then?
we do
Yes.
have the advantage, which would be a free advantage.
Oh, is that one a free?
Well,
I mean, I'll take the
you gave the
hard-
cast an advantage
Yes, I did.
with your subscription.
I don't mind taking the hard bit later.
Okay.
Let's see if I can
Sure.
do any better. So I just roll
It-
cool again.
It was
right?
an automatic success with failure later. That's what that one is. Later.
Oh, that's the borrowed success. Yes.
Borrowed success. Okay, yeah, no, that's more expensive.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Alright.
be really honest with you. Even with like rolling again, I'm not gonna get very far. I have a -2 in cool.
Oof.
So,
How about
Is
I
there any
just
way-
keep this and we'll see?
Let's say, is there any way
boy.
Tilda could assist?
Yes, you can assist.
Okay.
Assist
How?
me.
What do I
So,
roll to assist
that-
on that again?
Let me look that up real fast.
I've got.
I
the
believe
book
it's roll plus
open.
cool.
Okay. Oh, hey! Thank you very much, Gwen, for that $8 donation. I'm assuming that is for the aforementioned borrowed success. Yep.
Gwen!
Hey, do you want to use that?
So that is available now. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So-
yes. Thank you, Gwen. You just saved the car. I will say that.
No.
So
There's no
how
way I was gonna
the
get out of there.
how the borrowed success works for your needs, Rowan. Every time Yasmin makes a roll from here on out, roll 1d20, and if it lands on 15, that's an automatic failure.
If it falls on 15, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's for every skill check until it hits 15 or the session ends.
Amazing. Okay. All right. So,
It's the first time we've had that used. I'm excited.
all right. Perfect. So, unfortunately, Jonas, the car has taken precedence in the ogre's vision. As it's kind of like big and loud, and you're much smaller. I mean, we're talking about a creature in an enraged state. He's basically like
He's gonna
a
aggro.
barbarian. Yeah, he's gonna go for the bigger thing, the louder thing, whatever thing. So he brings his fist up and brings it down towards the car. Savoy, you see it coming, and you manage to
God.
pull the car back just the moment.
Since
he,
this is a manual, I would like to note that it does rev loudly like a beast roaring in the
Oh,
woods.
damn. Nice. So revs loudly, you back up. Poor Kyle is thrown back because he's not buckled or anything. He had literally just jumped in the car onto Mira.
Poor Mira.
Oh,
He makes a
ow,
sound.
seatbelts
frustration.
hurt.
Yeah. So you pull back. You make a loud noise. Jonas, I would like you to roll to manipulate someone.
Is that cool or charm?
That is a plus charm. Because it's
Oh my
manipulating
gosh.
monsters.
No. No. No.
Can Tilla help with
What?
this one?
No!
I don't think there's
What
any
did
way
you
for
get?
Tilda to help with this, actually.
How did you roll?
Snake eyes, and I have a -1 in charm.
Oh no!
So, Jonas, just some options that are out there. You have luck. We have 3D. I don't know if the D6 will really help.
I don't
It
think
could get a mixed success. It could go up to a 7. And there's also the advantage if you want to reroll.
Did we mention about the ogre responding to other magical creatures or not?
It doesn't really. No.
Okay.
I think the onion is like
You-
totally open at this point, by the way.
The onion also, I guess, flew off the dashboard into your lap, Tilda.
I'll roll
Yeah.
advantage with. I'll roll advantage.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Move my computer.
Because if I recall,
Okay, 7.
just a general rule check. If I recall, you usually, help out only really works to move you up 1 number. So if you say manage to get mixed success or a success on helping out, Tilda, that's like that really only helps if they are like 9 and you're trying to move up to 10 or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a +1 or a +2 or doesn't help.
Yes.
That's right.
So you would have literally not helped.
It's okay.
It's
Gwen
okay.
helped.
Thanks, Gwen.
Yes.
I recalled those rules on my own before I read Gwen's comments. So I'm cool. No kidding. Thank you, Gwen. Seriously, though.
So using the advantage, what was the second roll?
Yes, please.
7.
7.
7. Mixed success. So it works, but I get to make a hard move. Unfortunately, all right. So unfortunately, the ogre is enraged. So you do get its attention, but it isn't happy. It is not calming down. It is still angry, and it aims its next hit at you. However, you have time to react because the ogre is slow. So it's still pulling its fist back.
Okay.
So I would say you could roll to act under pressure. You could roll to kick some ass, so you can try to hit it first.
Can I roll for my monster empathy to see if I can work out what it really wants at this moment?
Sure.
Jonas is going to try and, somersault underneath the swinging arm and towards the ogre's legs to wrap one of the legs up in a big hug.
Roll to act under pressure.
Mira
Cool.
also got a 10 on monster empathy, so I get to ask 2 questions.
Okay.
The first is, what does it most desire? That's what I'm going for. What is it that it wants right at this moment? What can we do? Like, she's trying to figure out what can we do to calm this thing down. So what does it most desire?
Tell me both questions.
And then what would distract it is my other choice.
Okay.
So what does it most desire and what would distract it?
Because I can answer probably both pretty easy at the same time.
Okay.
It is just straight up fucking angry. Like, it is angry, it's enraged, it's upset. Especially with the vehicle making that loud revving noise, it has upset it even further. You know that it's been kind of in this rage mode for a long time, because it's in a strange world. It had kind of a rough experience before this, kind of working him up in the first place. Um, and it's been nonstop running into scary things in difficult situations. So it is fairly angry, but you also know it's tired. So it's easily distractible. You know that basically anyone who's making the loudest noise or the most movement basically is going to have its attention. So in general, you know that probably the car is the thing that's going to attract it the most, more than Jonas.
Yeah.
But you get the feeling like, especially with the car situation, it's a little bit too worked up to calm down at the sight of a child.
Right.
I have an idea.
Sure.
Okay.
If the question and answer for Mira's thing is done.
It is done.
Because I don't want to interrupt. Okay. So with Tilda having preparedness and having, her gear with her, I want to roll to see if I can have, or if I have access readily to a magical sleep potion waffle. Because maybe it's hangry.
Waffle.
While Tilda is doing that,
go ahead and roll for that, Tilda. Go ahead.
So, not knowing what Tilda's doing, Mira yells for Savoy to kill the engine, and she wants to try and cast a glamour over the car so that it disappears.
Savoy gives her that look of what the fuck are you talking about?
But Mira's
about it,
now.
And turns the engine off and is like, oh god, please, oh god.
And that was a 14 for the magic.
Hot damn! That car is gone, bro. Boom. Kyle is so fucking confused right now. He's just like, what is that thing? What's going on? Did you just...
Mira slaps a hand over his mouth, immediately. Just slaps a hand over his mouth. She gives him a look that's like, shut the fuck up.
Let's go back to Jonas, actually, before Tilda, you do your thing.
Okay.
Because Jonas, you were trying to make a move.
Yes. I rolled. Can I roll with different dice?
What? Do you do that?
I got snake eyes again.
Oh my god.
Plus
Jonas!
a 1 in cool. So I have 3. So I could just take the failure and mark experience, but...
What were you rolling for again?
I want to hug the ogre's leg.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Somebody needs a hug.
Amazing. So you're going to take the failure? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You're going to get dumb squished. You had time to react and move out of the way. You try to do this roll and get stuck in the mud. And the fist comes down on you. You take 3 harm.
I'm still okay.
That was bad, bro.
A little battered.
However, the rest of you have time to do something else.
Speaking of battered.
This thing's slow.
Speaking of battered.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, Raven.
Oh, sorry.
The ogre is fully distracted by squishing Jonas, so he doesn't see the car disappear. And he is unprepared for whatever you're trying to do, Tilda. Now go.
Okay. Sorry, I misinterpreted what you said. So, yeah, Tilda pulls out a magical sleep potion waffle out of her bag. And looks over to Savoy and goes, toss this at it. If it eats it, it should fall asleep.
Uh,
What do
that
I
waffle's
even?
like the size of a fingernail on it. How am I going to toss it at it to get it to eat?
Well,
Jonas!
it's a
Throw it at Jonas!
sure, but you throw it. My arm's still not great.
Takes the waffle and throws it.
Mira
All right,
hisses and
you
she's like,
guys-
"You moron! What if Jonas eats it?"
Jonas, don't eat the waffle! What am I rolling to throw that?
I was gonna have you. I was going to ask. Are you sure?
For Jesus' sake, you guys.
Yes, Mira.
Why?
I would say with Mira's sense roll, you know that this thing's too angry to eat. But you guys kind of acted before.
So it would be pretty obvious that Mira would be attempting to stop Savoy from throwing the waffle, right?
Probably, yes.
I don't know. Mira, you're like, what the fuck?
Mira's attempt to stop Savoy just includes a wild slap. She doesn't particularly aim, so I don't know if that slap is going to Savoy's face, the hand, the waffle. She's just smacking.
Roll to kick some ass. Let's find out.
That's tough, is it?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
But I have unholy strength, so I roll my weird instead of my tough.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you
So
imagine?
that's a 12.
You slapped the shit out of Savoy.
Savoy was standing up in their seat, and you just gut check Savoy, where they just crumple over the mid bar, the roll bar on the Jeep, and it's just like, oh my god, I hate you.
Mira hisses
Having
as she
a
slaps.
fucking waffle, and it throws the waffle at Mira instead, and is like, fucking shoot it with the tranquilizer then. It groans. Do I take harm for that?
Mira, that's up to you. Does Savoy take harm for that?
I'm gonna say that it was a pretty strong smack.
So is that
Yes.
a yes or a no?
Yes, take a harm.
All right. How much harm?
Taken.
just a one. It's not that bad of a hit.
Player
Savoy's
on
not
player
losing
violence.
Savoy is not losing any organs. They're fine. One harm.
doesn't throw up.
You know.
Might throw up.
Fight her up later. Nice turkey.
None of
print
Mira's
underneath their shirt.
concerns.
Let's just hope you were not pregnant. I'm sorry. Good morning, I guess.
Oh my god.
My filter did not work there. Anyways.
Moving along.
So Mira gets the waffle thrown at her, and and is told to fire the tranquilizers.
Fires the missiles.
Fires the missiles.
Okay, yes. You take 1
But
point of
I'm
harm,
tired.
Savoy.
I'm also gonna go ahead and roll cool for Zahil.
Please fuck
Go
this
for it.
up. Actually, I don't know if I want you to fuck it up or if I don't want you to fuck it up.
I would like to tell you all that was a 4,
Oh, fuck. I guess we're gonna find out what happens.
and I've leveled up.
Oh my god.
Why is this such a clusterfuck?
So
I
as
don't know.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Tilda.
Tilda's just trying to do her best to put the monster to sleep. Meanwhile, everybody has just declared war on everybody else. Jonas is
Kyle's there.
switched. Kyle
Kyle's
is
there.
somewhere.
Yeah, Kyle's on this your side, Mira, on the seat that Jonas was in before. Kyle's just watching you guys like y'all are idiots.
So as Savoy is shouting at Mira to fire the tranquilizer at it, just like the feathers erupt across their face and down their shoulders, like until their arms are reaching past the sides of the like extra absurdly long into almost wing-like appendages, and like Zahil just like breaks out into the most awful manic laughter.
Like, yippee, that hurt.
Gosh, diddly darn.
Tilda just blinks and looks at Zahil. Hot.
Oh my
Like
God.
feathers are just mooshing against Tilda. They smell like ash and cinder. And Zahil's claws grab into the bars of the roll bars on the Jeep and leave little claw indents in the metal as it like climbs on top and gets ready to pounce for our next turn.
I don't know
Oh my god.
if the fairy glamour on the Jeep covers the heel.
Oh,
No, it's
for
the heels on
God's
top of
sake.
that.
Zahil's sitting on like this invisible object,
Yes.
like
That's what I'm
breaking out of an egg.
Oh my god.
I don't see. Here's the part where I don't know if Mira's excited to see Zahil or if she's still in a like, oh my fucking God, what's wrong with you people mood.
Both. The
A
answer's
little
both.
bit of both, yeah.
And you have a waffle in your fucking face, Mira. Don't lick it.
Don't eat that. It'll make you fall asleep.
She like
Give it to
squishes the
Kyle.
waffle in between her hands. Just like throws it on the seat.
It's on Kyle's lap now. Kyle's like, what? What the fuck, man?
Don't eat that. It'll make you go
I
to
heard
sleep.
you the first time. I heard
Okay.
you the first time.
Okay.
God, what is even going on with you people?
It's best not to ask.
What is going on?
This whole thing is new, and she's like pointing to Zahil. Like,
How long is
It's-
this taking and what's the ogre doing right now?
I have this mental image of the ogre just standing there with Jonas, and everybody's just like, "Are y'all done? Can we continue?"
Yeah, how long has this
Pretty much.
little,
Y'all have definitely squandered your time. So, it is not, it doesn't see the vehicle and it's definitely confused, but it's definitely hearing you guys. So it's kind of going, "Rrr," but it's ready to hit as soon as Zahil climbs on top. Jonas,
Mm-hmm.
you good, buddy?
how you feeling, bud?
I'm still okay.
Not dead yet?
Turkey as ever.
Not dying yet.
You're like in a mud indent of your size of this fist on the ground.
Which is funny
just kind of
because the ogre would see an adult-sized indent, but a child within the adult-sized indent.
Yes.
Okay, Jonas is going to collect himself. He's going to sit up, and then he's just going to start singing with this angelic boys choir voice. This like ethereal, like beautiful song.
Do you have a move? Is that what you're doing? Is this a move?
Yes, it's called singing.
Oh damn!
I don't know. Can I do that?
So
This has suddenly
singing.
turned
All
into
right.
Detroit
does it
Becomes
do?
Human.
I mean, I think that would
Is
just
this
be
the
a
pacifist
charm.
playthrough?
Like, would that
I
be
guess so.
charm? I guess
A charm?
I mean, just trying to sing. I guess it can't sound super perfect, but it's gonna be the best voice he has.
Sure. You're what class are you again? You're
Spell slinger.
spell slinger. Okay, yeah, I guess it would be a charm. Yes.
Could consider it maybe like manipulate someone, sort of.
Yes, manipulate someone.
Okay, well, let's try using Roll20 because my dice hate me. Ooh. Does it do anything?
My
Why
spine
is
is
it
doing
not
bad
connected
things.
Okay.
Me too. It hates my chair.
Why is the rolly thing not working on Roll20?
Oh, there's a little window that pops up that asks if you have +1 forward or not. Or plus however many forward. You just click OK and it should roll.
Do I have to hit anything? Like, do I put in my charm value there or no?
No, just put 0. Unless you have like a hold or a forward, you just keep it 0 and hit OK. Oh my god.
What did you get?
Are you
2.
kidding me? What the hell?
This
I
is
wanna use a D6. Please, can I use a
So
D6?
petition to not let Jonas do anything ever. Jonas, go home and sit down, read a book, drink
this
a
is how
mimosa.
Tilda. This is how Tilda ended up in the hospital because, like, no matter what I did, it was all horrible rolls.
This
Please,
is ridiculous.
Can I use a D6?
Go for it.
Yes, you can.
Don't
Okay,
forget
that's a
mark
5, so I got
experience.
7. It's a mixed success now.
Okay.
Okay, mixed success. I guess while Jonas is singing, I really want to know what Zahil is doing because you're the other option here for getting punched.
Zahil snarls down at Mira and is like, Savoy said the fucking tranquilizers, and like backflips off the Jeep and into the mud to square off again towards the ogre.
Okay. So you're loud. Jonas is more distracting.
Go to sleep, little ogre. That's not what he's singing, but...
So here's what happens. The ogre isn't sure which one of you to hit. So he
Why he gotta hit me? I'm just trying to be nice.
grabs a tree out of the ground and is ready to throw it at both of you. And what do you guys do? Because he's slow. You have an option, like you have a chance to react.
Can Zahil grab Jonas and sprint down the road?
Sure, I would say that's an act under pressure.
Okay. That's the
Uh,
worst. Why can't I use tough? I have unholy strength.
You and me are both.
All right, I'm rolling act under pressure.
Jonas
That's good.
wants to do a wall of fire to serve as a barrier
Sure.
to protect the
Ooh, I
car.
didn't do too bad that time. I got an 8.
Okay. Go ahead and roll magic, Jonas.
Okay,
That's
that's
plus weird.
7.
Both of you have a mixed success. Wow. Okay. Mixed success.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can Tilda do a thing as the ogre is holding the tree trunk up over its head?
What do you want to do?
Shoot it in the face.
With a trank gun?
Yeah.
Roll to kick some ass.
Where's my sheet? Okay. Could it be act under pressure to quickly try to shoot it while it's threatening her friends and potential romantic interest?
You are attacking it. It's kick some ass.
Okay. Can't blame me for asking.
I'm sorry.
So that's a 7.
Mixed success.
I'm gonna use a d6 because I want to make that a full success. Because I
Okay.
really want this thing to pass out.
Mira, what are you doing in the meanwhile?
That is a good question.
What did you get, Raven?
1.
Oh.
So it's just an 8.
Ugh.
Mira's sitting back for a second, like she's almost ready to jump out the car if she needs to, but she's sitting tight for a second.
Okay.
Tranquilizers.
Tilda's got that.
Alright.
It's fine. You forget that I'm not particularly totally with you guys on this one, so
That's right.
All right. So let's talk about this kind of in order. So Zahil, you run, you rush, you pick up Jonas. Jonas puts a wall of fire in between you and the monster. Jonas, you need to pick a glitch for your magic. I was looking at the spell slinger sheet, but now let me pull up the book again. So glitches can include, like, it doesn't last long. Hold on. Hold up a minute. Let me get back to my page. Okay. Come on. My internet is being bad right now, just FYI, so things are a little bit weird.
I might have you covered here.
Okay.
So I've got it pulled up already.
Well,
book,
I've already
at
got it
least.
too. So
Okay.
glitches. The effect is weakened. The effect is a short duration. You take 1 harm, ignore armor. Magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. It has a problematic side effect. So pick one of those, kind of.
Well, automatically, since I didn't get 10 or more, the fire has to spread a little bit.
Okay. So you set the nearby trees in the way on fire as well. So is that your problematic side effect?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Smokey
So
the Bear's
you-
gonna be mad.
You set up a fire. You set the fire to the trees. It does succeed in kind of dissuading it from pursuing, but it does throw the tree and it blocks you in Zahil's way. So Zahil, you're like taking off, and then all of a sudden he throws the tree. It lands perfectly in front of you guys, and you kind of have to do this backpedal kind of thing. So now your
Hey.
back behind you is blocked off. In front of you is blocked off. Tilda, your
Mhm.
shot goes off, kind of just as it's throwing this thing. You do hit it like in the nose, and it will take a turn or so to start working. But yeah, that was a hit. However, it's now turned its attention to wherever the heck that's coming from, and it's now swinging its arms wildly
Okay.
to try to hit something. So you've kind of got its attention. So, all right.
Okay.
Does turn order start over again?
Pretty much.
So Zahil's going to drop Jonas and shriek at the ogre.
Okay. So you're
But-
trying to manipulate someone, basically.
Correct.
All right, roll to manipulate someone.
5.
What's term? Oh
I
God.
gotta-
There's
So what were you
1d6
trying to
left.
get it to do?
How do I fill in more than 5 boxes?
You level up and then start over.
So now that you've
Should
leveled
I
up,
wait until
that's fine.
after the game to level up?
I mean, if you want to try to start leveling up now in between your turns, then sure. But usually, yes, you would wait until after the game to level up. But for
Okay.
this case, if it will really help, then go for it. Y'all are a train wreck today. Holy shit! The dice are not on your side, except for Tilda's 14.
It's because it was a waffle.
Mira's amazing magic.
Yeah, I would
Games
like
like
to
waffles?
draw attention to my amazing magic rolls. Thank you.
Fine. Mira's kicking ass. The rest of you are the worst.
Okay.
It's okay, because when we get through this, I'm making waffles.
Oh my
I don't
god.
trust
Oh my
your
god. Oh my
waffles.
god. Oh my god. Actually, we could make pancakes as kind of after. You do
Ooh.
remember the gamers too? Darkness Rising. It's like 4 waffles, waffles ho. After every game
So-
that they would go get waffles.
Yes!
I am not
It took me a
going to
minute, but I
level
remember
up
now.
Savoy yet.
Just
But
Keep
I
track of
guess-
that extra XP,
I guess the heal shrieks, but like their voice cracks and goes hoarse, and they mutter something about those fucking cigarettes, and I'm fucking taking this out on Savoy later, and kicks the ground.
That's amazing.
Just like
Jonas,
this
what do you do?
grumpy bird person. Rah, 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 rah.
That's amazing. Jonas, what do you do?
Jonas leveled up tonight, so he now is going to use water magic to contain the fire which he started.
Oh my god. Alright, roll plus weird.
He did start the fire. Okay,
He did start the fire.
11.
It was always burning.
That's an
Don't
11.
I shouldn't sing. I shouldn't sing Mom's like, perfect. So you put out the fire that you set up. Oh my. Alright, beautiful job. You succeed.
Saved the
First
forest.
success
Didn't just
First
let
success.
it burn. Jonas is
for
going
Jonas.
up.
Amazing. All right. Next up, we've got Tilda. And what were you doing again? Mira?
Oh, she was just sitting tight. She was waiting to see if she would need to jump out of the car.
How close is this thing's arms getting to the Jeep?
It's
I'd like to
getting pretty
mention
close.
that the gun has 2 shots before needing to be reloaded.
I assumed it had more than one round, so yeah, I'm gonna shoot it again.
All right, roll to kick some ass.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, God.
We're all gonna level up by the end of this.
Oh, buddy.
Except for Mira, who's like just awesome in everything she does.
Yep.
Mira acknowledges your praise.
Oh, boy.
If player praise can endorse Mira well enough, could you just like join our side again?
You know what? I'm gonna use a luck.
Okay, to make it a success.
Yep, it's a 12 now.
So here's what happens is that you're ready the next shot, the gun jams, and you're like, come on, come on, come on. And you're just like praying to whatever God. And all of a sudden, click, it works again. It unjams and you fire and you hit it. Where do you want to hit it? In the neck?
I want to hit it directly in the chest, wherever like where its heart is. So like it go it's like the whole adrenaline shot to the heart thing. So but opposite effect.
That's gonna hurt. Oh. All right. That happens. You hit it in the chest, directly square in the chest. As it like does a sweep and is starting to move forward towards the vehicle, like shamble forward. You get a opening because it's slow. Hits it straight in the chest and it goes. Doom. You have successfully
Nap time.
distracted Shia LaBeouf.
And Tilda just looks at it very calmly, goes, nap time.
It falls over, making the ground shake.
Okay.
Kyle's just like, I ain't gonna lie. I might have pissed myself. Sorry,
Savoy's
Savoy.
gonna be pissed at you.
Mira gets out
That's
of the
what I
car.
figured.
Yeah, Tilda as well.
Mira doesn't want to deal with you fuckers anymore.
Savoy, or not Savoy, Zaheel is gonna go over to the ogre and just start kicking it. Like, look at you, you giant fat lard, you jerk, you terrible creature, and just like
Mira goes over and sucks Zaheel again.
Roll to kick some ass.
What stat is that again?
Tough.
It's my my weird because it's unholy strength. That's a 9.
what would I
Mixed
roll
success.
to see Mira coming for me?
Well, here's the thing: is because you're kicking ass and you're kicking another player's ass. I guess it would be like if you're trying to kick ass of one of the enemies. So that means you do have a chance to react, or to deal damage back.
So, if I could see her, can I roll to shove her back?
Yes. So you hit her, but you can shove her back.
Okay. And then I also have unholy strength. So that would be an 11.
How much damage do you do just with your hands? Just one?
I do +1 to all of my natural attacks, which is a 2 harm.
Oh my god. How much damage do you do, Mira?
See, you know how the last time I was really nice and I said, no, I'll only do 1 harm. That's okay. I'm not really trying to hurt anybody. It's just a little smack.
The kitty gloves are off,
Fucking
huh?
dick move.
Hey,
Zaheel's an asshole. Mira was just going to give them a little slap on the head to say, you fucking moron.
hey,
So
Rowan.
He's 100% an asshole and will take your harm.
So Mira does 1 harm, not planning on really hurting you, just really getting you to stop. And you just like sucker punch Mira.
Hey,
Mira,
Rowan.
like, what?
I have a question. To shoot the net gun, is that kick some ass as well, or is that act under
Fuck
pressure?
off.
I would say
All right, you know what?
because
Let's have a little bit of
it's your
fun.
friend. It's
Let's have a little bit of
because
fun.
it's
Hold
your
on.
friends. It would be an act under pressure.
Sweet.
So Mira, in a fit of rage, just like guttural screech at Zaheel, drops glamour. Just
She's
full
a fucking
fairy
monster,
face.
dudes.
Yeah.
She full fairy face. I'm talking like her cheeks suck in, like she's got this gaunt, really, really sharp angled face, black eyes, sharp fangs. Her nails elongate. They're very claw-like. She kind of stands up a little bit taller, like her stature is kind of a little bit taller and more threatening than it would be in a human, in her human form. Like she's fucking pissed.
And then Tilda
Jesus.
shoots Mira with the net gun.
Why Mira? Why Mira? Why Mira? Why Mira?
Tilda likes Savoy
You're
more.
telling me that you're going to let the giant fucking bird be cool?
All right. What did you get for cool? I mean, for act under pressure.
A 9.
Big success.
Is there
You get
anything
get them
that-
both. You get them fucking both. They're tangled together.
Okay.
It's like a cat fight, a bag
Mira-
of wet cats.
Mira snaps with teeth. She's just going with teeth.
And it's all claws for Zaheel.
You know, you guys are tangled up in the net. You can't really
You would
fight
just
each other.
more or less be like wriggling against each other like
Yeah.
terrible,
So this is-
terrible cats.
Just gonna
Y'all are
walk over and be
getting
like,
way more tangled in the net. Like, just way more.
children, stop fighting. This is not helping anything.
Jonas, since Mira's distracted, your glamour drops. So you are now adult Jonas again. That
You're
fair?
muted.
Oh, am I?
No. Jonas.
Jonas is gonna head over towards the sleeping ogre and try to find a pulse to make sure the ogre is still alive.
So Jonas is officially Mira's favorite person now. So you've got that rolling for you, bud.
So finding a pulse on the ogre is nigh impossible. Holy shit. Because it's such a barky, like, stony skin. And it's just so big. Like, you're, like, putting a hand against his neck. You're putting a hand against, like, his, like, wrist. However,
Can I
you
check
just
his
see
nose for breath?
its
Can I check his
tongue.
nose to see if
Huh?
he's breathing? Can I see if he's breathing through his nose?
Sure. Yeah. So you check its nose. You kind of avoid the trank dart that's kind of sticking out of its nose. I mean, to be fair, for the ogre, that's a big target. So Tilda bullseye? I don't know. But yeah, no, it's breathing, so it's not dead.
Okay, Jonas is gonna remove the dart from the nose after checking that it actually had released the tranquilizer in there.
Oh yeah, it has.
So Jonas is gonna remove the dart from the nose and from the chest.
Yeah, because trank darts, how they work is that they work immediately on impact and release it very quickly. I actually watched a whole video on how they work. Not necessarily for research on this, but it was
Now
a
we're just
slow-mo
more
guys video. Come on.
concerned.
It was a slow-mo guys video. Come on. It was awesome. But yes, no, it's a hollow needle, and basically the pressure of its impact pushes it back and makes it just release everything, pretty much in a very fast strain. So
the more futilely Zahil struggles against the net, the more they begin to calm down, until they've calmed down so much that Savoy is just left in tatters of their own clothing and is just like
tangled up in a net,
yeah, and is
kind of covered in mud, tangled up in a net with Mira right there in your face.
She has not put her face back on. So she's staring Savoy in the face. Just black eyes, teeth bared. She's not calm.
Savoy rolls their eyes at Mira and just says, "I've seen uglier things than you. You can't scare me."
Mira doesn't respond. She's not trying to be scary. She's genuinely fucking pissed.
Are you all,
Okay.
are you all
Savoy-
trying to get her on your side or what? Jeez.
Yeah, you guys, you know the sign that pops up and it says Mira will remember that. Mira will fucking remember that.
Nah, she's gonna go back to Temrio and be like, "Bitch, I'm all in. I'm all in. Let these
Here's your
fuckers
fucking
burn."
book. Let's go.
Savoy's just
now-
like, "I'm fucking done with this. Fucking done with everything." Savoy just wants a cigarette and a bottle of scotch.
Boy just
Oh,
wants a
no.
cigarette.
Mira.
This one's for you, Joe.
Can Tilda try to get just Savoy out of the net?
Just the boy.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I mean, you struggle with it for a little bit. I won't have you roll for it, but yeah,
Okay.
you help Savoy out of the net, but you leave Mira in the net.
This
Yeah.
seems to make her more
Y'all are
agitated.
gonna piss off Mira so much. Y'all are so
Jonas-
rude.
Gonna?
Savoy isn't going to leave Mira in the net. Like, logically, Savoy knows why Mira did what she did. Savoy may not like Mira at all, but at least Savoy has human compassion a little bit.
And Tilda will explain, like, herself as well. She'll look to Savoy and go, so I'm gonna let you out since you seem to be more yourself again. Or at least the half of you that's not trying to murder someone. Mira, you still look like you're ready to murder someone, so I'm gonna let you chill for a bit. But yeah, the whole net thing was so that you didn't kill each other.
Mira just says, I'll calm down the faster you get me out of this fucking net. Let me out now.
See, you don't seem to be getting more calm. It's sort of the opposite effect, and I'm a little
Did you not
concerned.
hear
their voice?
Did you not hear what I just said? I said the longer you leave me in here, you dipshit, open the net for me.
Savoy clears their voice and just says, if you promise to shut the fuck up, both of you, while I handle the rest of this for the rest of the day, you're fine. And opens the net up from where Savoy got out so that Mira can climb out and, like, just hucks it to the side and storms off.
Mira untangles herself from the net, doesn't even fucking stick around. She goes and she grabs the purse that she had from the car, and she just leaves.
Before you leave, Kyle's still there in the car, but he's staring at your onion, Tilda.
Uh-huh.
And is like, is it supposed to open up like that? And it's fully bloomed.
Yes, we're right next to the ogre, so it should be open.
It's reacting very strongly, Tilda. You know that even with one magical creature, it shouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
And Mira and Savoy, you both feel some strong magic. And
Savoy's
Mira,
instantly on guard, going to the truck to grab another tranquilizer gun, and is looking out into the woods. It says, Mira, something's out there.
And she just says,
just be
deal
fucking
with
careful. It's fine. You can dick off for all I care. See ya.
So about that point, Mira, as you turn to leave up the path, you see Lily there in the road, holding the book.
This fucking little brat. That Mira doesn't say that out loud. That was me. She is Lily, like, on the road towards where Mira would head to go home?
Yeah, it looks like she was kind of heading up the path towards you, and the book is open, and there's like a purple glow around Lily.
So Mira takes off towards Lily and tries to glamour her invisible as she's walking.
Okay, roll magic.
So that's a 10.
10. Yeah, no, you manage to successfully glamour Lily invisible, but then you hear Timmy's voice saying, here, I'll take the ogre from here. You won. Good job. I'll take care of him.
Mira doesn't respond to that at all. Like, she's trying to get her breathing under control. She's slipping the glamour back down over her face. And her focus is to take Lily, try to, like, herd Lily back without them noticing.
Now, Lily does put up a hand and just kind of puts on your arm, like, hold on. And a rift opens. A black, kind of a purple, like, cut in the sky opens up above you guys. You get a super weird feeling from this. What do you guys do?
Cocks the tranquilizer gun.
Hucks the tranquilizer?
Like, prepares the tranquilizer gun for firing.
Oh man. Okay. So you prepare.
from the DM, would the amount of magical energy attempt to trigger Zahil again?
I don't know. Zahil's probably exhausted at this point. It's so soon after. I'd say unless you want that to happen, it doesn't have to at all.
Zahil's completely based on anger and frustration on whether or not they have control of Savoy's body. So it's
Right.
not necessarily how much energy they have, it's how much anger Savoy has.
So how angry is Savoy then?
Still pretty fucking miffed.
Internet's having issues. Hold on. I'm trying to bring up like cool music, and of course that's when the internet decides to fuck up. Come on.
That's how it goes.
I built beautiful soundtrack for this game. It's not working. Gosh dang it. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, you cock the gun as this kind of slit appears in the sky. Jonas, what do you do?
Jonas is just gonna kind of take a defensive stance.
Just like ready for anything.
Yeah, and a little bit protective over the unconscious ogre.
Very nice. Okay.
So Mira's there with Lily, yeah? So she would see this.
So you're
rift.
seeing this.
I would
And
also like to
you're
little banner.
seeing-
Mira will remember that. She sees Jonas protecting the ogre.
Yes. So, I mean, you also see like Lily's eyes glowing purple, and this purple, it kind of matches the purple of the rift. Like, there is no question in your mind that it's Lily or Temryu through Lily casting this rift or opening this rift, thanks to the help of the spellbook. What does Tilda do?
Pulls out her silver dagger in one hand and a juju bag in the other.
Juju bag. Can you describe what that is?
It is a monster slaying weapon, one harm, far magic.
Okay. So
So it's just like a magical. It's like a magical weapon. I presume it's like a bag of juju. So.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy dust.
Yeah. It's one of the expert starting weapons.
Do the Robert Downey Jr. Sprinkling salt gift here.
Yeah. But it's a long range weapon. So just kind of getting ready for something far away or something close by.
Okay.
She's going into Witcher mode.
So you see Alex says, "You mean Salt Bay?" Amazing. So you guys see tiny little hands kind of reach over the sides of the rift. Would you like to investigate a mystery?
Yes. Also, quick reminder to everyone: if you want Tilda's advice, then you get +1 ongoing while following it to investigate a mystery.
Tilda, what the fuck is this?
There you go.
I'm glad you asked.
Oh my god.
One second. Let's see. Give them your honest opinion and advice. If they take your advice, they get +1. Okay. Do I need to roll to know what this is, or would I just know what this is?
What does it say for your thing? I would say that you'd have to investigate a mystery as well, Tilda.
It says, when a hunter comes to you for advice about a problem, give them your honest opinion and advice. If they take your advice, they get +1 ongoing while following it, and you mark experience.
This is what I'll say. You investigate
So-
a mystery first.
Okay. My question is this something that Tilda, being experienced with magical things and the occult, would immediately go, oh, that's this, or is it something that she needs to sort of think about?
She has to think about it, yes.
Okay. So that's a 7.
Okay, mixed
What-
success.
What do I think this is?
So you think I'll give you this. You know, it's a rift of some kind to another world, a fairyland, maybe.
Okay.
You're not positive, like, how this is existing or how this is even possible, and you are not sure what is coming out the other side, but you think that it definitely is a connection to where maybe the ogre came from and the goblins came from.
It's a portal to fairyland. We need to close it fast. You should probably take out those little hands that are trying to pull it open further, or make them go back in.
There's a shotgun underneath the driver's seat.
Okay.
I have in my inventory.
So Jonas, you're with,
Mhm.
you get +1 ongoing for investigate mystery. Did you already add that?
No. So that's a 10.
You get a success. You realize that these small hands with little claws reaching out over the side of the portal, they look like goblin hands.
Okay.
And aside from that, you guys can also ask with the investigate a mystery, because you have specific questions you can ask and hold one.
How close is the rift in the sky to the ground?
It's a little over your guys' heads, yeah.
So if I grab the shotgun, I could still hit it.
So with investigate commission, a mystery. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
What is the point of it?
Close enough. You, at that point, a goblin peeks its head out and looks at all of you. It looks suddenly scared. Like, oh shit, they're gonna kill me. And it hisses at you. But then it looks at the looks at the ogre and looks back at you. You get the feeling like they're here to retrieve the ogre.
Can I tell if they intend to harm the ogre once they have the ogre?
You're not positive. You could ask them, especially if you know their language, the fairy language, which I'd say you probably do.
Yeah. So Jonas is going to call up to the goblin that hissed at him and start asking questions, and then hold up his cherry bomb as an offering for an answer.
So what do you ask specifically?
What do you want with the ogre? Are you going to hurt the ogre?
Another goblin pops its head out and hisses at you. Jonas is like, no weapon. Drop weapon.
Jonas takes like any weapons he has and like chucks them into the woods.
That probably includes the cherry bomb, to be honest. I think that's specifically what I was looking at as you were holding up, kind of threateningly in their opinion.
No, I said I'll give this to you if you.
Okay, you say I give this to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
I tell them what it does. It just smokes a bunch.
So what did the rest of you do? Do you drop weapons?
Nope.
I was trying to look something up. Why are we dropping weapons? I heard most of that, but I think I missed the part where we needed to drop
The
weapons.
goblins told us to drop our weapons.
Are they pointing
There are
weapons at
two
us?
goblins peeking out from the portal, and they are telling you guys to drop your weapons.
You drop your rift.
We here to take big goblin home.
Will Big
We
Goblin
under
be
orders.
safe?
We under orders. We take goblin home. Let big goblin sleep.
So Savoy's gonna ask back, who's giving the orders?
Master's giving orders.
Who's the master?
Drop weapon.
No.
Wait. You're gonna take the ogre out of here, and it's gonna be in a spot where it's gonna be happy and fine and not destroying people or being harmed or angered by other little people.
We take home.
Okay, see, my question kind of requires a little bit longer answer than 3 words.
We take big goblin home. It's more than 3 words.
And it's going to be safe and happy.
It will be home. In forest.
Okay, and
Another goblin peeks his head out and says, "We not in charge of happy or safe. That's up to big goblin."
Okay, I think that's close enough. I think they're gonna take this thing where it can be, not a danger to itself and others, and probably be happy.
Savoy.
How far away is Mira?
Mira can probably overhear this. Yes, she wasn't too far up the road because Lily was
No.
actively heading towards you. So
Yeah, she only got back to the trail where Lily was.
What about Savoy?
Savoy's by the car.
Savoy, did you roll to investigate a mystery?
I forgot. Hold on.
But Jonas is going to kind of look at everybody else to see if everybody agrees with Tilda. Just
What did you get?
genuinely
I got a
concerned.
5 with my +1 from assistance. I am clueless.
You're
What was that
absolutely
roll for?
clueless. Just investigating a mystery.
Huh.
And y'all didn't ask the right questions to discover Lily, so Lily's safe.
Haha.
Or hidden. That's why I wanted to have everyone roll.
What were you saying, Riley?
Well, Jonas is just looking around at everybody to see if everybody agrees with Tilda, like that the ogre would be safe, or if anybody else is concerned like he is.
Savoy just shrugs, like, I don't know who their master is. I don't know who these goblins are. So it's your call. I'll fire on them if you don't want them to take the ogre, but we also don't have a good place to store the ogre.
That's
Where are we
kind of
going
what
to
I was.
safely put it?
That's kind of what I was thinking. It would probably be more dangerous for it and us for it to stay here than it would be to go to Fairyland. Presumably, that's where it came from.
Hold up a minute. I'm gonna actually roll for our friend Kyle here, because he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on himself. So while you guys are deliberating, Kyle kind of snaps out of his stupor and just starts like looking around like, what the fuck? Give me 1 second. Where's my other D6? Where's my D6 when I need it? Jeez.
I ate it.
I knew it. Last time we played Magic, you just straight up ate my D6s.
Yep.
Okay.
Child, what?
No, he doesn't notice anything. Okay. So Savoy is kind of like, I don't know, it's up to you, you fools.
Pretty much. Savoy doesn't necessarily care about its well-being, but Savoy cares about the well-being of his town.
Tilda's worried about both.
Another goblin pops its head out. There's like a good 5 of them now, just peeking out. And the goblin says, if you not give us Big Goblin, we'll take Big Goblin. It's orders.
Jonas sighs and just gives a gentle, like, reassuring touch to the ogre, even though the ogre's asleep, and it's just kind of like, okay, fine, and just backs away.
Savoy puts their gun down.
Tilda?
Tilda will put the juju bag away, still holding on to the silver sword. She'll take a few steps back and go, so, I'm not putting the sword down, but you're welcome to come get the thing. Just keep in mind, we just took out an ogre. So if I can take out an ogre, don't think little goblins are going to be much of a problem. So, just watch
There's more
yourselves.
than us. There's more of us than one big giant goblin.
Yeah,
One of
but
them
you're
says
small.
threateningly. So they all just kind of look at each other and deliberate. Like you've seen the goblins deliberate. This is a different group of goblins, I should add. Like you don't recognize any of them.
I assumed so.
So the goblins deliberate among themselves in the way that goblins do, where it's super fast paced. Like it's really hard to keep up, and in their weird accent and tongue. And finally, like you see a whole bunch of them just jump out. There's a good like 20 of them that just climbs out of there, and that's not normal for goblins. Like you know this, Tilda, from your research. Like this is not normal behavior for goblins to have so many at one place. It's like a good small army, like 25. And they're carrying like spears and weapons. Granted, they're very like primitive looking, like pointed sticks and sharpened stones and things like that. But these guys are decked out. They have like war paint across their faces. 2 of them stand in front of you, Tilda, kind of threateningly, as the others kind of work on lifting the ogre. And clearly it's a huge effort, but what it turns out as you discover watching them is that they're really strong. These things are like little ants. Yeah, since you were the only one who didn't put the weapon down, they are definitely guarding you and keeping an eye on you so you don't do anything.
Okay. Tilda will probably look over to Savoy though and go like, this many is not normal, by the way.
Savoy just sighs, doesn't have an answer right now.
Mira, what do you do in the meanwhile? Are you just watching the proceedings?
Oh yeah, fuck these guys.
Nice. So, all right, if you guys don't do anything, the goblins grab the ogre and take it through the portal. They kind of shove it in, and then they grab the sides of the portal and then pull themselves in. One by one. The 2 that are guarding you, Tilda, leave last, and they hiss at all of you as they disappear through the portal. And then
Savoy gives them the finger.
Oh my god, I was literally about to say Tilda just, with her free hand, holds up her middle finger.
oh my god!
In tandem, they both flip them off.
Yes.
Solidarity and middle fingers.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So, Mira, you see Lily, like, do a gesture. And by this point, like, you figured out enough to know that it's probably it is definitely Temryu through, not that you know his name. Oh well. It's definitely this mysterious prince through Lily, and that he's kind of controlling Lily, I guess, to get her to cast this spell. And so she does a hand gesture that's almost like zipping, and the portal closes and disappears. And then the book closes and Lily's back to normal and she just blinks.
Mira puts a hand on Lily's head, and it's almost like she kind of smooths the hair out of Lily's eyes. Like it's a very she's not really doing it purposely. It's just kind of the way her hand goes. And she puts a finger to her lips briefly, and then lets her hand trail down her neck to kind of mask it. But she tries to indicate to Lily that she should be quiet because now is not the time.
Lily nods and says nothing, just kind of tucking the book under her arm.
She turns around and tries to motion to Lily that it's time to go. Her gaze kind of looks at Jonas, kind of confused for a moment before she turns around, but she definitely noticed his demeanor and the way he kind of had a care for the ogre. So that's very confusing to her and very intriguing. And it kind of alleviates some of that ball of anger that she had sitting on her chest. And it kind of just replaces it with that confusion. But she definitely took notice of it. And it seems that gesture meant something to her. But she turns around and she kind of tries to inconspicuously lead Lily down this trail again.
Do any of you notice Mira leave, or do you even care?
Do we need a roll for it?
You could roll Investigate Mystery, yes.
To see if we know that we're leaving.
Well, I mean, if you're just looking at Mira leaving, then you're just looking at Mira leaving. But there is some of Mira's body language that you could probably pick up on.
Jonas isn't Jonas just thinks she's leaving because she's mad, which is why she was leaving in the first place. So.
Okay, so you don't really roll. You're just like
looks, and then he's gonna call after. Actually, let's see. Jonas isn't gonna. He's just gonna notice her leaving and just give her space, not say anything or anything.
Okay, so Savoy, did you get an 11?
Yeah, it's the highest roll I've had all day.
Hot damn. Okay. So that's a success. So you notice as Mira leaves in the ground children's footprints in the muddy road, left like trailing after Mira, and just a little plop, 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 like little tiny children's feet.
Savoy narrows their eyes, but he does let it go. He's too tired for further confrontation. They're too tired.
I love it. Your non-binary status has just been revealed. I'm kidding.
It just flip-flops back and forth.
That's great. So with that, we'll probably call it a night. Next time we will do kind of an interlude episode where you get to deal with Kyle and his questions. figure out what's been going on and prepare for the next whatever may be coming next. Who knows? But yes, I think that will be a night.
Okay. Well, that was great. Let's do our favorite moments, and then we'll go on a raid. We've got our raid cry, which is right there. Let's start with you, Rowan. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And share anything that you'd like to share.
I think my favorite part was actually y'all in the vehicle just being big fuck ups. Just this whole combat. Like, it could have gone so many different ways. And Mira, I just have to say, like, you following through with the book, like, that was a big deal because how this would go would have varied different, like, so greatly depending upon if you got the book or not. So, yes, so I'm really, really glad that you got the book and I got to play it out kind of to its maximum spooky capacity.
Dun, dun, dun.
Aside from that, like, I guess I will my next game will be on Saturday with y'all, so here in this channel. So yeah.
All right. I started to say Mira. No, Vanessa, what was your favorite part and where can we find you next and anything else that you'd like to share?
I'm still in a Mira headspace right now, so fuck you guys. I have no favorite part. What I will tell you is that I have my Mira doc open on my computer because I am ready to type furiously to get that out. I feel a story a brewing, or at least a little delve into Mira. So we'll see how that.
But y'all might have aligned Mira more with our antagonist here.
You guys, I'm so disappointed that this is the way it's gone, because having kind of gone back and figured out Mira a little better, like, you guys don't understand the negative impact that this has had.
No.
Like,
I'm so sorry.
I so badly wanted Mira to just fucking bite the bullet and do what she had to do and, like, be good with you guys. But now, like, I feel it in my chest. I'm like, me as a player, I know I want her to be a good guy. But Mira's like, no.
Fuck all y'all.
I don't know. All I'm going to say on the matter is, you know what? She might have expected a little bit like that from Savoy. So that wasn't a huge heartbreak or anything. But Tilda, you might want to watch where you sleep. Just a heads up. Yeah.
That's funny. And Tilda's like, all right, I guess I have to be the adult and break these two up.
I guess the best course of action for you, Tilda, is to set an alarm periodically, just to make sure that everything's good. But other than that, I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't have any idea in mind how we're gonna fix this. But I hope we fix it. Or maybe
I'll
we
think
don't.
of something.
Yeah, if you don't, then I mean, Temryu will gladly welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, but I mean, Jonas, she did see what you did, and that got you major bonus points. So I think the licking debacle kind of fell. That's been accounted for now. So major props to you, bud. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on from there. But other than that, you guys can find me here next session, or over on my art Twitter. I haven't been super active there, but I'm gonna try and get back into the swing of things. So you can check me out there and keep an eye on me.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
And then we've got Yasmin. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else that you'd like to share?
I think my favorite part is definitely the confrontation between Mira and Zahil. I know that it's absolutely infuriating and has probably led to some seriously strange story devices. But I really enjoy good story conflict, and so that's been one of my favorites. And then Jonas without his shirt on.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Perfect. And speaking of Jonas, Riley, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else that you'd like to share?
My favorite part, one of them was the fighting between Sahil and Mira. That was, I don't know, it was just very entertaining, very good roleplay. And then I also really loved Tilda's sass today. Should put a counter up for that. Tilda sass. Because
we can do that.
Seriously,
Oh my god.
Tilda's underhanded comment to Savoy about how Jonas, like, why isn't he wearing a shirt? That was great.
Thank you. I am very okay doing a Tilda sass counter as well.
Yes.
We could probably do like a Mira angry counter.
Your angry counter, amazing. So everybody has a counter except for me. Have a GM swear jar, maybe.
The times that Rowan sighs because we're being fucking morons.
Oh my gosh, no, that's actually amazing.
Or the cast broke
Or
the
a
GM
facepalm.
counter.
Cast what? The GM?
The cast broke the GM. Oh my
Amazing.
gosh. Yes, every time Rowan says, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god, oh my god.
All right, I'll work on that for next week.
Amazing.
And sorry, I don't think you were done there. Were you, Riley?
Oh no, those are my favorite parts, and then you'll find me here on Saturday. So
Cool. My favorite parts, definitely the fact that Tilda and Savoy, without prompting from the other, flipped the goblins off at the same time. That was amazing.
Y'all! What did those goblins ever do to you? Jeez, so rude.
They were rude. And yeah, the whole thing was great. I enjoyed the garbage fire that was the ogre encounter. Zahil and Mira fighting was pretty awesome. That was like something out of some really cool anime. They're just like fighting each other while everyone else is like, the thing we're supposed to be fighting is over here. And then Jonas's interactions with Savoy were great as well. And then I think I did really enjoy Tilda just being able to be like, oh, they're fighting, net gun. I guess I'll be the adult and stop them from fighting. That was fun. You can find me next on Friday on Encounter Roleplay at 1 second on the time. I gotta look that up, but I'll be playing Chief Ro Alana in a Star Trek game. So that'll be really, really awesome. It's a lot of fun. It starts at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, so that's 3 p.m. Eastern on Encounter Roleplay.
Raven, is Spirits of the Storm this week or next week?
Next week.
My one shot. Okay, cool.
Which brings me to my next one, which is I will also be here Friday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the next The Peasant Strike Back episode, which I'm super excited about. So we're in our season 1.5. So we're doing 1 episode a month of that until next season, which starts in May, where it'll be back for a full campaign again. So that's where you can find me next. And also on Twitter, right there below my face. I'm on there pretty much 24/7. So if you want to get into a game or have questions or anything like that, you can always reach me there. Also, if you are looking for a game, there's some links for you that you can sign up for next season. And if you want to get in on a Friday one-shot, just shoot me a DM on Twitter, Discord, wherever, and I'll be sure to get you in. So with that, we're going to go on a raid. As I mentioned, we're going to go raid Milady Saito. Very awesome streamer. Definitely give her a follow if you're not following already. And yeah, I will see you all on Friday. Bye.